Hey guys, how are you? I'm just doing this on my iPhone, so I don't know how the sound is, but just going to show you what I did to my Fourth Arrow run and gun base. I removed a lot of parts, only took off I think about 7 ounces off of it, but it is much smaller now. So I'm going to show you, it's on the tree, I've got it strapped on the tree. I'm going to show you some of the things I did to it. All right guys, so here it is. It is much smaller now as far as the overall size. I reduced, this used to come down to here because it had another metal bracket right here. And I'll show you these parts downstairs. I replaced the big bolt that was right here with this 4-inch bolt. What I did is I tapped holes here, and I'll show you that a little bit better downstairs, that holds this plate to the base. And then it's still just the regular pin on the top because these bolts right here hold everything nice and secure. As you can see, I've got an over the center buckle on there. This thing is solid, rock solid to the tree. It's not going anywhere. And I still have room for adjustability because this is still the same brackets for hold off, but I've reduced probably 1.5 to 2 inches of this whole bracket. So it's a lot smaller, fit in the backpack a little easier. I'm gonna take the arm off for you. So now you can see it's much more improved and still rock solid. It is not going anywhere. This over the center buckle gets rid of the sound for the ratcheting, and everything else is still perfectly functional. So like I said, I just basically tapped holes right here in the bottom and tapped and bolted this bracket right to the base of this aluminum section here. Replaced the bolts so I didn't have the long bolts coming down to here. May look at some aluminum bolts if I can find them, which would reduce a little bit of the weight. This is still just the pin going into the top because this is holding this securely tight together. But it really turned out nice. And like I said, it's all about the size of that unit was so big. It was down to here, and now it's much smaller. I could even, if I wanted to, cut this aluminum off right here if I wanted to, but in case I ever want to put it back together in the original form, I could do that. But I doubt if that'll happen. So everything was working wonderful. It's going to be going out in the woods with me. All right, guys, just a little quick mod I did on my Fourth Arrow camera arm. Turned out really good. So guys, we're back down in the workshop, and I'm just going to show you with the light a little bit better. So this is all of the parts I removed. So these were the brackets that were hooked onto here because that was much bigger. Those are gone. I had a video where I removed those, and I actually had coated these in rubber. Removed these 2 big bolts and these extra spacers and their nuts. Those were right in here. I have replaced that with a 4-inch. I've got a stainless steel bolt in there right now. I'm going to see if I can get an aluminum bolt, which will reduce the weight a little bit more. I was more about the size of this unit than the weight, even though it is quite heavy. Removed the pin that went through here, and this is what locked it in right here on the base because it went through this piece, and that's what it locked into on the bottom. As this piece right here was right here on the unit, but it has been removed and moved up. So this one used to be sitting right in here, is now gone completely. And to hold this one on, I drilled some holes through this base plate on both sides. Okay, so I've drilled it out on both sides, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. And then I tapped this little bolt. I'll take this tap, and I'm going to tap these 2 little holes, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Hexagon head into the aluminum frame here, which holds that baby nice and tight on both sides. And then these bolts right here hold this thing completely together. And this thing is rock solid, and it is completely different as size. I took off probably, if I get a tape ruler thing here. I probably took off probably about 1.5 inches off of the bottom of this unit, which is so nice. And it shortened up this profile right here where the teeth are, so it's a lot easier to pack. So a quick little mod I did have to tap right in there and thread those in, but turned out really good, and it locks on just like you saw on the tree. So guys, that was just a quick showing you on the workbench all the parts that I removed, and you saw it on the tree. It really turned out nice. A lot smaller now to pack, which is what I was looking for. The weight reduction, not really going to be able to get rid of a lot of weight unless I cut off that aluminum bottom. But I'm not going to do that, because if I wanted to ever put this thing back together the original way it was, I could if I wanted to. But I like how small it is now, and it straps onto that tree real tight. So we're going to be out in the woods in a week, and I can't wait to see you guys later. Have some happy hunting, and good luck on all of your hunts. Bye-bye, and be safe.